So one of the best questions I actually get asked is, what would I do if I had to start again? Or if anyone that is an experienced recruiter or has an established agency, what would they do if they had to start again, if you had to go from zero? Because the hardest part of running an agency is actually you have no clients, no candidates. So in theory, your first placement is your hardest. And the advantage you have if you've been in the game for a while is the data. Recruitment is all about data nowadays. And what I mean by data is I've got a list of 50,000, 60,000 clients. So if I ever get a candidate, I can email them out, I can give them a call. Or on the flip side, if I get jobs or job orders come in, I've got a ton of candidates. I've got 100,000. I've got, databases I can access with millions of CVs on it. So the hardest part is that. However, starting up again is a bit different. From 2, 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, recruitment has changed. It is much harder now to establish. This is a bit of a rough time. I think the first and second quarter of this year, I did say in a January video, it's going to be the harder part. But you're looking at probably the third and fourth quarter going into 25, 26. You're going to be in a much better position. So it is going to be slower. That's not saying you can't make any money, you can't make placements, you can't get clients or candidates, but it's a little wibbly wobbly. Now you can mitigate that by the first thing, which is picking the right sector. Again, I've made videos on this in the past. Just go in the channel, have a look at the niche videos. I think I made one recently. I would start with categorically healthcare. And I'm in children's services, so that's my niche within healthcare or social care. I would definitely, let's say I didn't even have the information, I would go into healthcare. Yeah, and probably I would look at care homes, simply because there's more opening than closing, the growth is there. Or I may look at nurseries or dentistry for that matter. But I would pick a sector that is recession proof. Yeah, so I'd pick the food industry, maybe what else would be recession proof? Pretty much nothing else out there. But security is not recession proof in a way. So anyway, I would look at healthcare. That would be the first one. Now, what do? You picked healthcare, you picked, I don't know, let's say care homes. And I would literally get as many leads as possible. I would hire a lead sourcer, because I don't know which job title is going to be good, which job title is going to be fantastic, or bring me in vacancies, because the landscape might change. I picked these clients up a year or two ago, 6 months ago. They might say no to all new clients. So on the face of it, I'm here sitting here saying it's easy, just email and cold call and you pick up clients. But it's a lot different to when I was doing it through the pandemic, picking up bunches of clients. So you must look at a lead sourcer, because you need big volume at the start. And when I say big volume, you can't be sitting there with, I don't know, even I recommend 100 emails a day. If you're doing 20, 30, that's fine, but you must be consistent. I know for a fact in 3 months, I must be sending out 100 emails minimum per day. That's the bare minimum. Yeah. As a roadmap, that's my funnel for clients and my candidates. Obviously, I'm going to talk about in seconds, but that needs to be the bare minimum. I would be cold calling every single day as well. And I would be following up on that, any hot lead that comes in. But I would have a lead sourcer, I would get lem list, and I'll be blasting out. Obviously, warm your email up. I'll have a few domain names because I can blow through them as well. So I can be really aggressive with it. But I'd get a funnel going straight away. Yeah, day one, I need 200-300, maybe even 400-500 emails, cold emails going out. And I want to be scraping every single live vacancy out there and contacting the clients and seeing who's interested. Now, job vacancies will come in. Now, these are probably going to be bad clients. They're not going to be good clients, yeah, because they're the low-hanging fruit. They're the ones that say yes to you. The closing ratio, the quality of client is always going to be lower than if you are going directly to companies that aren't advertising. However, the close rate is much lower. However, for new agencies, you must be picking up the easy leads, the easy clients first, because you can sift through them. Now, my goal would be to hit 30 vacancies at the start. And when I say hit 30 vacancies, in order for me to hit 30 vacancies, 20 of them will not be placed, and maybe 10 of those 20 I'll never do business with them again. They gave me one job for whatever reason. I don't like them. They don't like me. They don't have any requirements moving forward. The other 10 or the other 8, you probably wouldn't. I don't know. You got to second stage interview or the candidate flopped, whatever. The 2 that you go to interview with, one might be a job offer, one might be a placement. So if you end up with 10 vacancies, you're not going to get anywhere near that number, or not that it's a high number, but you need a high level of jobs coming in. And again, they're going to be low quality at the start. But what then happens is you reset. So those 30 clients, 29, 28 go in the bin, but you're left with 2. Now these 2 say we've got 3 other vacancies, or we've got 12 other vacancies moving forward. So I know they're the accounts I'm looking for. So it's like mining for gold. You sort of throw your net out there in the sea, not gold, fishing. You see what comes back. You got a boot, you got a shoe, rubbish, you got a rock. Okay, there's a fish, there's a fish. Yeah. And then those fish obviously produce more. That's a bad analogy, but you get what I'm saying. You end up with the quality clients, but the only way to get that is to sift through them. Yeah. Once I've hit that, I'll continue going with the clients. Now, on the flip side, I want to be scraping we're doing care homes. So I want to be scraping as well all the care homes in the country, and I need them on a database. The reason I need them on a database or a CRM or some format I can get to very easily is because when I get a candidate, I can just email them. So let's say a candidate comes up in Rochdale or something, registered manager, and I know they're easy to place. I would then get the candidate CV, and not the CV, I'll get a write-up of the candidate after speaking with them, and I'll pull up the clients nearby, and I would email them, say I'm working with this RM. If you don't have that, you're not going to get placements very quickly. You're not controlling the whole situation. You're just getting a job, letting them go in. Also, I would systematically cold call and email these clients that aren't advertising, because these are passive clients. They're more valuable. They're more likely to give you quality jobs, and they're more better to work with, and they often pay higher fees as well. Yeah, my best clients have always been the ones that weren't advertising, and they've all been reached through cold call, funny enough. So after that, I need a funnel. After that's going, the client list is out, etc. The emails are going out. I'm booking meetings. I'm closing deals. I'm getting terms signed. I need candidates now. So it depends what you're recruiting for. I would always, like, for me personally, if I have a budget, I would always be advertising. And now I always have a paid subscription to all the job boards. I don't have Read anymore because Read are rubbish. But Total Jobs CV Library are the bread and butter. Also Indeed CV Search, and I have a monthly budget for advertising jobs on Indeed as well. I don't advertise on LinkedIn, it's too expensive, and people just click it and you lose fucking £5. So I don't think it's worth, for certain jobs maybe, but not for my sector. It's very low fees, high volume, so it doesn't work out that well. Although it could work out. So I would need a candidate funnel. So what I would do with the candidate funnel is I would have a bot going out on LinkedIn. You can do it manually, but I know for a fact that I can't sit there all day connecting. So I would connect with recruiters in that sector, and then I would obviously connect with their candidates and their clients on there. Namely, I need candidates, and I need those cold emails going out from clients to establish who has the demand. So if everyone's coming back to me saying I need a doctor or a nurse, I know for a fact that these clients are willing to pay me if I find a doctor or nurse. Until I have that data, I don't know what sectors are heavily in demand or what job titles are heavily in demand. So coming back to that, the cold emails that go out to clients gives me the data or the knowledge to know exactly who to actually target when I'm looking for candidates. I don't want to be looking for candidates that are not in demand and clients aren't willing to pay for. I'll give an example. A doctor, most people would pay for. A dentist, most clients, even if they don't have a vacancy, they'll probably make one. Yeah. So if I attract candidates from that method, that's all I'll be doing all day. Most of my focus, the emails will be automatic, the cold calling will be half the day, and then the rest of the day I'll be focusing on candidate outreach as well as my meetings for new client acquisition, getting job orders in, etc. But I would probably off the bat, just to speed things up, I have experience, but even though I'm starting again, I would definitely buy the job boards. I would definitely get CV Library so I can CV search on there. So in a nutshell, I would be doing exactly what I advise most people to do. because the method works, albeit I might be at a higher level in terms of output. That's just simply because I know what it takes, and I know you have to go through certain hurdles. You might hear, okay, just go for the big clients first. Some people will tell you. But in order to get there, you don't have a database to back it up. So even if you win a big account, you don't have any CVs. You're at stage one. You have to kind of go through the whole process. It's a ladder. You have to climb it. You can't jump steps in recruitment. Yeah. And it's the same with if you started selling clothing or shoes. You would start off with a small job order for the local shops nearby to you, and then you would go for the big accounts where they order 100,000 units. If someone orders 100,000 units from the start, you're going to be like, I can't do it. I don't have the facilities. I can't bring the cost down. I don't have any, connections for that type of volume. Same with us. Same with recruitment. So start slow. Yeah, not slow as in output. Start small, I should say, and build up from there. Because recruitment is a boring process, and you have to go through the boring process, unfortunately. But once you do, it could potentially change your life. It will change your life. So, as always, all the best and take care.